America's highways hide more than potholes, they hide ghosts. Tonight, we read diving into chilling trucker tales and real haunted road stories that will keep you checking your rearview mirror. I'm Morrigan, your guide to true horror on the open road. If you crave spine-tingling ghost stories, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming. Now, tell me in the comments, what is the scariest thing that has ever happened to you while driving at night? And our first story is called The Fog on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Appalachia always delivers the chills. Hey there, Morrigan. This happened to me and my dad. My name's Philip, and if any other names pop up, feel free to read them. They're changed for privacy. I'm 27 now, but this story hit me. It's burned into my brain since I was just 9. But I swear on everything, we both saw it, and neither of us has forgotten. It was July 2007, school vacation, and my dad's been a trucker since forever, the old school kind. That time, he took me along for a long haul from Chicago to rural Kentucky, cutting through some isolated spots in the Appalachians. I was pumped, you know. Riding shotgun in that big rig felt like the ultimate adventure. I'd crash in the cab, we'd grab bites at truck stops, and I'd listen to his yarns, or we'd bump into his buddies. It was awesome. Until one night near this road I won't name. It's got a weird rep among drivers. It's desolate, pitch black, flanked by hills. Around 2 a day, dead silence except the engine and the CB radio humming. Then came the call. Breaker, breaker, anyone copy? Got a breakdown here, axle snapped, I think. Parked on the shoulder at mile 213. If you're nearby, could use a hand. My dad grabbed the mic quick. I'm about 10 miles out, heading your way to lend a hand. The guy's voice was desperate, but flat, emotionless somehow. Anyway, Dad kept going, and minutes later, we hit the spot. But bam, a thick fog rolls in out of nowhere. Not your average mist. This was a white wall swallowing the road. Dad, being the pro he is, got cautious. Slowed down, flipped on the hazards, pulled over. I asked, Dad, aren't we helping the guy? He said, something's off, Philip. This fog, it call bad vibes. We'll watch and wait for it to lift. Then, from the fog, screams, help, help, please, help. We froze, but it sounded fake-looped, mechanical, like something mimicking a human. Weird as hell. Kid me started shaking, begging, Dad, someone's in trouble. He shut me down. No way I'm leaving this truck. Something's wrong. He killed the high beams, left just the parking lights, and we went quiet. After about 5 minutes, we saw it. Emerging from the fog in the middle of the road, a figure. Slow walking, hunched, arms way too long, legs skinny like dry branches. But the height? Taller than the truck. Human-shaped, but not human. Skin looked slimy, wet, like it crawled out of a swamp. Dad muttered a curse under his breath. Lord, that's not from this world. He crossed himself. The thing stopped dead center, turned its head our way. We couldn't see eyes, but we felt it staring. Dad panicked, fired up the engine. Hold on tight, Philip, we're out of here. Blind in the fog, he drove by feel, following the road lines. On the CB, he popped in an old tape of a prayer to the Virgin Mary he kept for rough spots. As the words played, the air lightened, like each line pushed back the heaviness. Prayer ends, the fog vanishes like a switch flipped. Road clear ahead, nothing behind, no broken truck, no trace of anyone. We finished the delivery, headed back through that stretch in daylight to play it safe, still creepy, but manageable. After that, Dad wouldn't let me ride along for years. Said his biggest fear was that thing getting to me. He stopped answering late-night CB calls too. Even now, he prays before hitting that road and always recalls that night. Folks say I dreamed it or Dad was on something, but Morrigan, only me and my old man know what we saw. Hope you share this, and feel free to give your take. Bye. Whoa, thanks for sharing that. Philip gave me chills just reading it. You know what struck me? Yeah, it screams supernatural. But those details the creatures look, the slimy skin sound a lot like alien encounters for those who buy into that. Especially the radio contact. Spirits can mess with tech, sure, but I've heard stories of UFOs hijacking car radios, tuning to weird frequencies. Not just hear truckers spotting objects overhead, radios going haywire. Maybe you never thought extraterrestrial, but it fits. Could have been a close encounter of the second kind, or something I'm fuzzy on the levels. But damn, intriguing. What do you viewers think? Alien, ghost, or something else? Drop your wild theories in the comments. I read every one and might shout out the best in the next vid. And big shout out to Philip and his dad for surviving that nightmare. Next up, my grandpa the trucker. Hey Morrigan, I'm Claire, and I'm sharing a story my maternal grandpa, Grandpa Alvin, used to tell me as a kid. I loved hearing it. I'd bet my life it's true. Go ahead and use our real names. No issue. Morrigan, we're from a small town in rural Virginia, and back then, Grandpa lived in a district of Roanoke. He was with his wife, Grandma Teresa, and their two daughters, Rita and Maria Bernadette. This was a good 30 years ago. To provide, Alvin was a trucker, hauling loads to West Virginia and Ohio, often gone for days. In this case, Grandpa Alvin left Virginia for a drop in West Virginia. He knew the truck stops with showers common, since his routes were routine. That day, as dusk hit, he pulled into a gas station in a town called Orville, West Virginia. Fueled up, told the attendant he knew from before that he'd grab a shower. Done that, he snacked in the truck, reclined the seat, and dozed off. But he had this wild dream. A man appears, calls him by name. Hey, Mr. Alvin? I'm Anthony. Yeah, that's the name Grandpa always mentioned. I need your help bad. Been dead a few years, but stuck here. Before I passed, I buried a pot full of cash and jewels under the Inga tree behind the next house. Dig it up, keep it all, just let me rest. Grandpa always said the dream felt so real. He woke at dawn, skipped breakfast at the stop. Too curious. Drove on, then sure enough, right after the station, there's this 2-story house looked empty and bam, a huge Inga tree out back. Grandpa thought hard about digging, but hit with this intense fear, not his style. So he drove on to his drop, never regretted skipping it. He said old-timers buried valuables back then, and he was kind, honest, why I believe it. It stuck with him so much, he named his youngest daughter Orville after the town. My aunt hates it for that reason, laughs. Today, Grandpa Alvin's passed, and I'm sending this in his honor. He loved trucking, proud of putting his girls through school with it. Thanks for reading my beloved Grandpa Alvin's tale, Morrigan. Hope you and your viewers dig it. Kiss and success. Awesome share. Claire, thanks a ton. I totally get why your grandpa bailed. Smart move. I'm from the East Coast too, and Virginia's got tons of these legends where rich folks buried fortunes, appearing in dreams to tempt diggers. But it's often a trap the money's cursed, tanks families' lives. He probably knew the lore, sensed the bad juju. I've heard similar tales, not just here, but folks going after dream-buried gold, ending up crazy or ruined. Those old plantation owners, factory barons, they were mean in life, buried stuff with malice, so finders suffer. Not about hiding, about cursing. Lends to why, per legend, you skip it. Your grandpa nailed it, props to him. A real gem. What about you all? Ever had a dream like that? Or no buried treasure spots? Spill in the comments. Let's get spooky discussions rolling. Now, this one's intense. Never the same after Route 666. The sender added, I'm not sure if naming it helps track folks, but anyway, since sometimes places freak us out, you know? We don't know what could happen, so I'm wary, but here goes. Hey, Morrigan. Hope you spot this email. It was tough to send. This tale hit a buddy of my grandpa's years back. They wrote letters since they lived far. Old school communication. The letter explained why he quit trucking him, and my grandpa were both drivers. Grandpa had written first, asking where he'd been, if all good with family. Since no road run-ins lately, they ran similar roads. So here's part of the letter my grandpa still has. Names changed, read away. The rest was family stuff to save postage. Now it's like his buddy writing. His name's Alex Sender gave last name, but I'll stick to first, even if fake. Yeah, look, buddy, I've trucked over 30 years. Crossed the states end to end, know every pothole, stop, trick. You know me. But 2 months back, this cursed run scarred my soul and body. That's why I retired. Doing odd jobs now, while the wife handles most. You'll jaw drop at this. Took a load of generators from Albuquerque to Denver on that infamous Route 666, the Devil's Highway. Turned nightmare fast. First night, weird vibes. The dash blinked out around 9:43. Time froze, no critter sounds, no wind, just engine and chest pressure like a warning. Ignored it. Truck came back, kept going. Second night, pulled into a dirt pullout to sleep. Woke to footsteps from the brush-checked nothing. But tiny barefoot kid, prints in the mud, gave me goosebumps. Back in the cab, slammed door, spotted 3 white silhouettes in the rearview. Kid-like but too tall, arms freakishly long. Fired up and bolted, no sleeping there. Third night, headlights catch a naked guy caked in mud, mid-road, grin, not human. Points to the woods I swerve, don't stop, but he chases, like flying. I'm at 80, 90 miles per hour. He keeps pace easy. Radio flips on solo, weird tune chilling me. Couldn't shut it off, kept flooring it. Then spot a village old houses. Folks wandering far off. Odd for the hour. Swore no village there before. Something pulls me to stop. Did, scanned. Dim, wood shacks, people aimless. Clock past midnight, woman approaches the truck. Panic hits, I hadn't left the cab. She nears close enough. Fear spikes, try starting nothing. Felt her voice in my head. Get out fast, or you're stuck forever. She vanishes right there outside. Next try, truck roars. Sped off, but soon it glitches, pulls over, dies. Then inexplicable, I get hit with heavy sleep, pass out. Found 7 days later, barefoot wandering, no memory of leaving the truck. Rig found a day or two prior by cop's perfect shape, started fine, unlike before. No one got what happened. I was missing. Family hunted too. Took me home to wife and kids. She dragged me to a healer. Only after that did I snap back. But post-blackout? Blank. Found me 30 miles away in remote nowhere. And that's it, the sender picks up. Morrigan, story ends there. Rest is family chat. Supernatural parts all. Some might question the style. I tweaked words for flow, since the letter's ancient, writer low education. Tough deciphering. Grandpa got it easy. Probably wrote similar. What's your take? I got none, but love it. Always bug Grandpa to retell. Later, he ran into his buddy at a trucker BBQ buddy, still in the scene, though retired. Folks, that's the tail kiss. Thanks for sending. You mentioned Grandpa resisted sharing, but glad he did. Killer story. Dude, this one stumped me too. I usually theorize, but so much happened. No wonder he quit. I'd bail too. Might have been confusing, but I've heard of Route 666. It's massive. Takes days. Folks say stretches are haunted, not mildly. Events built slow over nights before the big one. Maybe he slipped into another dimension? That village Route 666's barren desert. No spots like that. Seen non-spooky tailies have breakdowns there. Stranded days waiting help. Peculiar place. Dimension shift. Seeing the woman, hearing her, could have messed his mind. Common in these. Led to blackout, disorientation. Glad he was found. No tragic and scary days, but survived. Thanks again. Viewers, ever driven Route 666? Share your eerie road trips below. Let's build a community of horror fans. Last but not least, my dad vanished on the highways. Let me check names seem sensitive from the title. Think they're swapped. Yeah. Hey, Morrigan. I'm Ryan. Didn't happen to me, but my dad, you can call him Sebastian. Names and spots changed. For better read, I'll plug in real issues roads, but not exact spot. Only one place real, road tweaked for safety. No year either still hits family hard. You hate fluff, so straight in. Dad trucked since I can remember, simple, tough, stubborn guy. Hauled lumber. Last run, delivery to rural New Mexico, on a stretch drivers call the Highway of Lost Souls. Never heard till he vanished that cursed day. Friday, he called me on his old Nokia phone. Said he was rushing home, no stops. Mentioned, 'cause a gas station ahead. Truckers crash in lots there. Remembered him. Ryan's son, this bit's weird. Road too quiet, no birds even. Gunning it home. Miss Mom, miss you? Last I heard his voice. 2 days later, company says truck no show. Calls fail. I head out with an uncle. Find it 3 days on. Abandoned roadside, looked fine. No dad. Weirdest. No skid marks, like no sudden stop. Doors locked inside. Like he evaporated nonsensical. His stuff visible through windows. Cargo untouched, lumbers hard to loot. Chatted locals. Some said stretch dangerous, supernatural vibe. One lady, since 60s, ghost processions cross nights, apparitions from wrecks, vanishings of walkers to villages. Tons of tailies. Still, odd disappearance meant investigation. Truck near that station he skipped being shut down, no staff stuck long. Remote. Owners closing. Pumps dry, but security cams caught the roadside. One angled perfect on truck. Footage. Dad pulls over at night. Place empty, no guard. Staff. Cams show stop, but no one exit or enter. Watched hours next day. Folks peek in windows, curious, then leave. Up to our arrival. Morrigan. Bottom line. Dad never found zilch. Truck lock picked by cops. Nothing inside, no trace, not even phone. Tech then sucked. The traced last call, to me pinged near truck. More searches same spot, like phone inside, but gone. Mystery still. Case archived years back. Declared dead. Family did a ceremony after 3 years hunting to say goodbye. Some wonder why no more search, but honestly, nothing left. Footage spooked even cops, no in out. Only theory, crawled under truck to rear, off cam. But impossible, no hole, no sign. So we gave him a proper rest. Still touchy. I avoid talking unless pressed on no dad, or how he died folks disbelieve. Sent to you, 'cause you handled tailies with care. Respect the wild ones. Hope you read. A hug. Thanks for sending, Ryan, totally get it. Your family did right. No options left. From what you said, and I know trucks a bit, it'd only make sense if he bored a hole in the cab floor to crawl under. Perp probably checked. No such thing, so impossible. Stories bizarre. Skin thinking he'd turn up like the first, but no real body even. Sad, but ceremony smart. If he passed somehow, helps the spirit rest, they say. Got me wondering, where'd he go? Dimension slip? Matrix glitch? Cam setup likely covered sides, per your words. Doors locked inside too. Wild tale. Thanks. What do you think, audience? Vanished without trace supernatural or foul play? Comment your ideas. might feature in a future episode. That's all for today's haunted trucker tales from America's eerie backroads. Hope these true stories kept you glued. Nothing beats real encounters on those lonely highways. Massive thanks to everyone who submitted. You make this channel thrive. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and comment your scariest road story below. I'll reply to as many as I can. Share with friends who love horror. And check the end screen right now. 2 more videos queued up to keep the chills coming. See you next time. Drive safe out there.